Good morning, mates. How are we doing? What a beautiful morning. What is that? All right. Look at this view. Wow. It is so cold. Let me take a sip of Rattle XR, which is just agua. It's amazing. And Rattle XR means movement, expression, release. And I understand time is very precious, so I don't want to waste anyone's time. So, if you have been bitten, I see you. And you're asking, bitten by what? When I say bitten, I don't mean bitten by a snake. And if you were, hopefully you're okay. But here, when I say bitten, I mean bitten by the matrix. Grief, heartbreak, shame, judgment, depression, not having a place to be you, heartbreak, but also we celebrate joy, creativity, self-expression. So if you've been bitten, I see you. And if you feel that your inner child has been buried, I see you. Because my inner child was buried and bitten. And I had to really go inward, internal. And I came up with a name for that. And that name is called SSR, which means Suppressed Spirit Rewire. Because here we believe issues are in the tissues and movement is medicine. Now, if you vibe with this energy, consider becoming a RattleMate. Consider becoming a playmate for RattleB, and RattleB is my inner child superhero. Now, I really wanted to just check in and see how are we doing? How's your inner child doing? Yeah. So yesterday, oh my gosh, what a profound day, mates. I'm already getting like goosebumps. I gave my birth. And what I mean by that, I gave my project, my inner child, it was time for us to shine. And I did it in front of my cohort, and we actually did it in this very room. And I really wanted to reflect on what an experiment, and what an experience. It was just so profound, not only for me, but to hear all of my other cohorts do their presentations. And it was just so beautiful. There was one cohort, and she talked about how she deals with anxiety and depression. And she put on a really, really cool, powerful script. And it was so profound. And then we had another cohort. We were doing like a grieving process. So there's just a lot, a lot of beautiful ideas and creations that happened. So this is a chapel. And this is where I gave birth to RattleB. I mean, look outside. It's so gorgeous. And I think it's pretty wild that there's literally two birds right here. And I have very similar birds on my my rib cage. Let me see. This side. The synchronicities. Okay. So we had a very powerful morning meditation this morning. And it was active meditation. It was all about the chakras, the energy. And the top chakra is yellow for electricity and source and connecting to God, spirit, universe, grace, whatever you believe in. And I had this really powerful download. And the download was Dr. Doolittle. Has anyone seen Dr. Doolittle? Dr. Doolittle with Eddie Murphy and Raven Simone. It's interesting because Raven Simone, I used to love That's So Raven. And matter of fact, I actually want to watch some episodes because she's so funny. And she's been popping up on my feed on YouTube because I don't really get on any other social media because it's just, I can't. And so she's been popping up. And I'm like, that's interesting. And then this morning, Dr. Doolittle was really like popping up in my head. And for a long time, I've been really trying to figure out what really aligns with my practice, which is mirror work. And before I had that download, I was just really processing everything that I went through yesterday and just hearing everyone's project. And anyway, so I was, when I was in here doing my project, I picked a playmate, so to speak, and she came up and she did mirror work. And when we were done, she says something very profound. She said, "Thank you, Dr. Snake." And I was like, whoa, what? Me? Me? Oh my God. And I think it just felt really good to be seen in what I've been building. And it really sat with me because I've been going back and forth of like what really feels aligned, what really feels true. And then this morning it hit me like a wave that go with Dr. Rattle. And doctor means death of the ego. There's nothing to prove when you realize you're just bone and unconditional love and energy. And the R is for the rebirth of the inner child. Because my personal belief is the inner child doesn't die. For example, look at SpongeBob, right? Look at all the Disney movies. Look at Avengers. Look at Avatar. Those weren't little kids making those movies. Those were adults like you and I, but their inner child was online. And I'm like, okay, Dr. Rattle. I can rattle with that. Because honestly, it really means what I've been stating, that movement is medicine. And when I think of rattle, movement. So, it's pretty rad, right? Okay, come here, buddy. Okay, so, do we see this Spider-Man mask right here? Yeah? Was that one of your superheroes, Spider-Man? Yeah, I really dig Spider-Man because I believe Spider-Man and I have something very similar in common. And maybe you have something similar in common too. We were both bitten. Spider-Man was bitten by a spider in the lab, and I was bitten by venom from the Matrix. And I really needed to create something. And that something is the ER Playground ICU. And here, ER means embodied release. And just to clarify that for myself and to whomever else, the best way to really describe it is like singing in the shower, moving your body, kind of like when no one's looking. Or if you go to a club or a graduation party or a birthday party, basically just moving your body without permission. Like you don't need permission, right? But I feel like in this matrix, it looks like the human condition looks for permission, looks for approval, but not here, right? This is the Rattle Playhouse. And I needed to find my inner child, my joy, because I was just tired. And what was I tired? I was tired of like the double standards. I remember going to Las Vegas, of all places, Las Vegas. And my partner and I couldn't get into the club. And guess who we were going to go see? Calvin Harris. And I'm just like, what? Why can't we not get into this club or this venue? Because we're not wearing the proper attire. It's a freaking pool party. So I don't know, that was just very interesting. So if you ever gone to a club and if you've been turned away of how you look or of who you love or what you're wearing, I've been bitten by that too. So I get it. And that's why in the ER Playground, there's literally no freaking dress code. You create your superhero. You bring your inner child to life. And I don't know if you remember mates being young, like in our inner child stage, and just playing dress up and not caring if it matched or not, but just letting our imagination run wild and free. I love that. So, who is this for, right? I think this is for any soul, any human being that has a pulse that has been bitten by venom. And when I mean venom, I don't mean people, because I believe in my soul that we are all divinely good. And I just believe our wires have been mixed up, cut, twisted, knotted up from what goes on in this world. Rather, it's through our childhood, like abuse, neglect, abandonment, or what we have watched on TV or listened through music, or just seen other people just, how can I say that? Or we've seen venom slither into other people and just being around, I guess, like, just, I don't want to say bad voo-voo, but like just low vibration, low energy. And I feel like that can take a toll on our inner child. And I also believe that in this world, especially where I'm at, it's all about fixing. It's all about fast dopamine. And it's just really insane. And I was doing a process clearing, and it's called Pillow Talk. It's a really powerful process. And I had a lot of anger. And I'm normally not an anger person, but I feel like when you awaken, your mind is just so open and you look at things differently. And it's interesting because we have a few cohorts that are from the UK, and they were saying that they don't really have fast food like here in the US, or like they move their bodies a lot, and they don't have gun violence like we do here. And it's just really profound when you hear how it is in different countries. And I guess I was really rattled when I put on the American flag on my playmate yesterday, and she didn't like it because she didn't really like what was going on in our country. And that hurt my soul because, damn, right? Like, it's that bad where people don't even want to wear the flag or represent the colors. And that's why I always say the red, white, and blue is for liberation, freedom, but freedom for you. Freedom that you don't need permission. But yeah, I think just witnessing that, I realized, I think we need to do a little remix, a little makeover, and that's why we are now the neon rainbow, which I love. Because when I went to EDC, it's like boom, like rave, rave lights, LED lights, but it's all rainbow and multicolored because I mean, think about it. Rainbows, right? Rainbows are, we see it in the sky, and it's not just one color, it's multiple colors. It's blue, yellow, orange, green. And I'm thinking to myself, I feel like that's how I resonate with my playmates. We are all different. We all come from different backgrounds, different belief systems, different religion. I get it. But I also feel deep down, when it's all said and done, we are this. Bone. Unity. Oneness. And I didn't understand how emotional I was going to be. And I know it's fucking crazy out here. And I was asking my cohort, my group, like, where is safety? Like, where can we actually be safe? I don't know. I truly don't. And the only thing that I can really think of is the ER Playground, where I can just be, and whoever else just wants to move their bodies freely without judgment, without criticism, without mocking, sign me up. So another powerful experience that we did yesterday is one of my cohorts, she had us go outside, and we had the A group and we had the B group, and it was like a grieving process. And man, and so basically what we had to do is we walked around and we would look at each other in the eye, and A would be the grievers. And then B group would be the ones who are just witnessing, not fixing, not saying, oh, come here, just witnessing, being seen. And so I connected with one of my brothers, and he was just grieving about his mother. And I was just looking at him dead in the eyes, and I wasn't crying, but I started to cry just reflecting, because we are a mirror, right? And I thought that was very powerful. And what I was grieving, a few things. I was grieving my father. He passed from stage 4 colon cancer, and I was his caretaker. And that was probably the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. I think being in healthcare, yes, I see people pass. Yes, I'm there when they take their last breath. But to physically lose someone that loved you unconditionally, and my dad taught me the best gift. He taught me unconditional love. And the more older I get and realize, damn, a lot of that hasn't been planted in these families' homes. Unconditional love, so to speak. And I miss my dad every day. And part of the main reason why I even started this is because I needed to move. I needed to start healing. And I can't heal in a club, no. I had to heal in the ER Playground. And I was grieving the lady that, how did I say this? I was grieving the beautiful soul. I don't like saying this, that got shot. I'm grieving her, even though I don't know her, but just physically and emotionally and spiritually, my soul just aches. And what really just aches my soul is, how can we build something that can do something so awful? My brain doesn't get it. And so that's why I rattle, right? My personal reflection is, after seeing the news, I don't want to go into a dance class and learn fucking choreography. There's nothing wrong with it, but I just want to move my fucking body. I want to cry. I want to get on the floor. I just want to rattle. I want to scream. I want to just do so much. So, Dr. Rattle. We rattle the bones awake through our inner child, our superhero. And who's your favorite superhero, mates? Do you remember? I mean, I feel like right now, like the Avengers are pretty popular, and I think they're getting ready to come out with a new movie. Not sure, but that's what I heard. But also, I feel like my inner child superheroes were definitely the Power Rangers, and I think that's pretty unique because the Power Rangers were multicolored. There was the Black Ranger. Let's see if I can remember all of them. The Black Ranger, Zach. The Blue Ranger, Billy. The Pink Ranger, Kimberly. The Yellow Ranger, Aisha or Trina. Come on. The Red Ranger, Jason. The White Ranger, I think it was the Green Ranger first, Tommy, then the White Ranger. But just saying that, they were multicolored and they were different races. And you had Trina, was it Trina or Trinity? Fuck, I can't remember. Anywho, she was a different culture. You had Zach, the Black Ranger, and it's like you had all different, as a mixture. And I thought that was so beautiful. And that's how I look at the ER Playground. It's a mixture, right? And when I say I see you, it means I see the pain. I see the venom. I see the buried inner child that's ready to break the chains and rattle and move and create. And I feel, what else do I see? Oh, I also see the divine spark in you. I see the unconditional love that's in you. I see you. Yeah. Just like right now, I see myself. I see my reflection. I see my pain, my love that I have for myself. And I see my inner child, Rattlebones. Cheers. Oh, what else was I grieving? Oh, I was grieving that tomorrow is our last day here in California. Well, in this part at least. And I'm grieving that, I'm not going to see my cohort. I mean, this is our last full day, and then tomorrow's a half day. And then we go on about our merry ways. And I really hope we stay connected. I believe we will. This is a very unique cohort. And I feel like we're just so connected to each other. But anyways, I just wanted to check in and say, hello, thank you for being here. Thank you for playing with me. Thank you for seeing me. Thank you for playing with RattleB. And thank you for showing up for yourself. Because here we believe movement is medicine and issues are in the tissues. So yeah, and our sole prescription is we write our permission slips to be expressive, to be creative, to be unique. Yeah? Okay. Well, much love. See you later. Cheerio.